Yuji Nishida went from a young boy inspired by his siblings to a teenage prodigy and eventually mature leader. He shows how talent combined with dedication, self belief, humility, and constant growth can lead to greatness. As we navigate college, career, and life choices, adopting parts of mindsets like striving for improvement, embracing opportunity, and committing ourselves fully can help us reach new heights. If a 5'11 Japanese volleyball player from a humble town of Inabe in Mai, Japan, can soar past a limit society and previously placed on someone of his height, maybe our limits are the beginning of our own potential as well. In professional men's volleyball, the average height of an opposite hitter, a hitter from the right side, is 6'8". However, the subject of today, Yuji Nishida, stands at 5'11", and yet somehow has a spike reach of 11 feet and 4 inches. For someone of his stature, getting up and reaching over 11 feet in the air is nothing to scoff at, especially considering that he has one of the highest vertical jump heights, not just in volleyball, but in recorded history. Of course, vertical isn't everything when it comes to the sports. Actually, it's just a simple factor. Today, I'm going to share how Yuji Nishida's rise from a young player in Japan to an international sports hero shows how dedication, mindset, and resilience can help us succeed in college and in our careers. Nishida started playing volleyball at a young age because he wanted to follow his older siblings into sport. From his beginnings all the way back into middle and high school teams, he made people pause. Not only because of his aforementioned explosive jump, but because of his fearless energy and his fighting mindset. He eventually ended up in Japan's top professional league at just 17 years old, playing for the JTEKT Stings. In a 2020 feature called the Nishida Leaps to Stardom by the International Federation of Volleyball, the reporter explains that Nishida uses his entire body to jump. Quote, "I use my entire body when I jump. I approach at top speed and transfer all my power into the ball at the highest point," end quote, Nishida says. By focusing on technique and timing rather than just height aspect, he was able to rewrite what was seen as possible for smaller players, not on the international stage, but on the casual playing fields as well. Only 4 years later, he helped lead Japan during a historic performance in the Volleyball Nations League, an international volleyball tournament, securing a silver medal for the team and place as one of the top 10 highest scorers of the tournament. Through just a few short seasons, he went from a starry-eyed newcomer to a face of Japanese volleyball. His success didn't happen by accident, though. It came from the mindset built on opportunity, work, and pride. While he's known for his athletic ability, Nishida also renowned for his philosophy mindset towards the game. He believes that greatness can overcome anyone, no matter how big or small, how weak or strong you may think you may be. In a 2022 interview titled "It's Great That Anyone Has the Opportunity" from Volleyball World, a company run by the FIVB, he says, "Not everyone has the same talents, but I think it's great that everyone has the opportunity. I am truly moved that we can inspire everyone, and that everyone can do what we do." A quote like this really captures his belief that success isn't about where you start. Rather, it's about what you do with your chance. And if how you take it is important than having the chance in the first place. Second, he treats every play like it matters. Like shown in Nishida's leaps to stardom, he studies the small details, so things like footwork, timing, and momentum, to turn his smaller stature into international weapon. Third, he plays with pride for Japan. In a piece called "Nishida Fights for Flag and Glory," he explains that representing his country motivates him to chase greatness and even better. He goes on saying, "I'm carrying the Japanese flag, and I don't have the specific moment realizing when I wanted to be an Olympian, but I'm very happy to be in a very big stage like that of Tokyo 2020 Olympics. I am also very happy to compete as a member of the national team. I knew I only wanted to win, and I was particular about good results and ranking good. He has a sense of responsibility that pushes him to higher standards. His country wasn't the only thing he was fighting for, but he used his motivation to better himself even further. So, what can this 5'11 volleyball star teach us about success in other endeavors in life like college and our future careers? To start, Nishida shows the power of having a growth mindset, an idea I'm sure we've all learned in the ins and outs of. He didn't have the typical body for his position, not the societal dictated standard, but he found another way to make things work. In school or work, we will never just have the advantage, but we can still build skills and solutions through effort, learning, and a little bit of creative thinking outside the box. Second, Nishida teaches us that success is not only strategy, but energy as well. He doesn't simply rely on jumping high or hard. Instead, he's studying techniques like motion and timing as well as the mentioned earlier. This is applicable to college as well, maybe studying smarter, not just longer. In careers, it can be something with a one-to-one correlation, pairing effort with planning for max results. Third, Nishida demonstrates that resilience is one of the most important things a person can have. During the 2021 season, Nishida unfortunately suffered a sprained ankle and thigh muscle injury that left him sidelined for 2 months, and more recently, an abdominal issue that has caused him to make the decision to take a break from international team in order to prioritize his recovery. As you may have guessed, the key phrase there is take a break. He wasn't quitting because he felt the need to. He was stopping because he wanted to keep going. In a 2025 report from News Minimalist, Nishida explains how he focused on sleep, recovery, and long-term strength. This mindset is further backed up by an article called New Coach Tilly includes Nishida in Japan's 2025 squad. He was able to make the decision to be accepted back into the national team, saying, I'll go whenever I'm called. The foundation has been formed. Now I need to add the flesh of volleyball IQ. With the foundation being his recovery, of course. It's a powerful reminder for the rest of us. Reflect, rest, and the balance are part of success, not a sign of weakness like many may think. Finally, he reminds us that pride and responsibility will lift us higher. While yes, having too much pride is a problem, having just the right amount of it to know where you stand will be able to lift you higher. Same with responsibility, whether it's on the court or in a classroom. Being able to show up for a team, classmate, or even something larger like a community. Well, that gives our goals some sort of meaning, I'd say. Yuji Nishida's story isn't just about jumping high. It's about thinking bigger, opening your eyes, and seeing the bigger picture. From a young kid in local open gyms to one of the most exciting players in international volleyball, he's proved that you don't need perfect conditions or perfect talent to achieve something extraordinary. If a 5'11 left-handed hitter from a small town in Mie, Japan, can break through walls set up by people pushing nearly a foot over him, then maybe our own limitations aren't the walls, but actually our push for the starting lines. Thank you.